Hello and welcome to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events. And I'm going to try to make this as fast as possible, but I'm going to show you the experimental GFS. I'm going to look at the European once it fully comes in a little bit later on this afternoon. But you know how I was never really sold on that Northern Arkansas event? I kept saying fast moving and light. I had something in my gut that said this just ain't going to happen. And lo and behold, look at this. This is Saturday at noon, and at the top of your screen, there's the disturbance. I'm not going to rule out a snowflake or two here in northern Arkansas, but take a look how far north that goes. So I think the big story is the cold, the entire game below freezing, wind chills in the 20s. But it looks like the bulk of that snow and the moisture is going to go north. Now let me talk about what's going to happen tomorrow night and Sunday morning. This is again this experimental GFS. And the operational GFS shows something very similar, but there's another wave of moisture coming out of the south and the southwest. See that red line? This is Sunday morning at 6 a.m. That red line is the freezing line, and see this moisture coming up? The blue line is the 35-degree line. I think on the northern fringe of this, it could mix with just a little bit of sleet. Not a big deal at all, but it looks like a slug of rain coming up and then it moves away. So on the northern side of that could be a little bit of some sleet mixed in, I wouldn't doubt. Now here comes the next batch of moisture. This is Sunday night and Monday morning. Another disturbance comes through along with the push of very cold air behind it. And this is showing some significant, some heavier possible wintry weather. I'm not on board with all this just yet, but the 32-degree line by midnight on Monday is cutting right through southwest, central, and northeast Arkansas. You have rain and then changing over to some snow. So here it appears that the temperatures are hovering right around freezing, and then look how quickly it moves out of here by Monday morning. And this is the other thing. This is that next push of very cold air. There's high pressure right here. See these isobars, lines of equal barometric pressure? Look at this. You have 1, 2, 3 right here in the state. It doesn't matter here. I think these are in increments of 4 millibars. I think I got to make sure on that. But anyway, the bottom line here is you see all these black lines, the isobars, strong pressure gradient, northerly winds really taking over. Not only is it going to be colder on Monday, it's going to be incredibly windy. And then by Tuesday morning, here's the other thing we're going to check out. Notice how the area of high pressure comes around on top of us. So the windy conditions push away and high pressure builds in. So the winds are going to lighten up. And I think the temperatures on Tuesday morning that has the potential to be the coldest so far this year. Let's go look at these temperatures during this event. Remember I told you, let's go right here. Okay. This is Saturday night, Sunday morning. And remember that area of moisture coming up from the south? Well, we're 34 degrees here. The sub-freezing air is still towards the north. So the northern fringes could have a little bit of sleet, but the temperatures are actually above freezing. And watch what happens. That's at midnight on Sunday. And then by 6 a.m., the temperature actually goes up. And that's what happens when you have clouds at night sometimes. So the temperature may actually rise a little bit Sunday morning. And then the next round of precipitation comes in. And this is at midnight on Monday. Remember how I showed you had an area of snow? Well, it's got us at 33, 35 degrees throughout central Arkansas. So the freezing line is very close, but we're still above freezing. And then that moisture moves away and the really cold temperatures start to move. It's got teens here Monday morning for air temperatures across northwest Arkansas. And by this time, all that heavier precipitation has moved away. Let me just fast forward here to Tuesday morning to see what this model. Yeah, Tuesday morning. This is seeing snow on the ground once again, which is why it's taking these temperatures even colder. But teens would be a very good bet in this area of the state for temperatures Tuesday morning. But it's showing possible temperatures that are in the single digits, air temperatures, single digits for the Ozarks, and it's showing 21 in Little Rock to 19 degrees. So I think next Tuesday morning has the potential to be the coldest so far this season. So there you have it. Just to recap everything, the Razorback game, that swath of moisture is going to go much further towards the north, I think. There could be a snow flurry or snowflake or two. Then on Saturday night and into Sunday morning, there will be rain. The focus will be western, central, and southern Arkansas. And on the northern fringe of that, I would doubt if there's a little bit of sleet. That's not a big deal because temperatures are actually going to rise a little bit I think, into Sunday morning. And then the next wave of moisture comes in, and I'll show that to you one more time. The next wave of moisture, you see it coming out of Oklahoma. I think it'll be a little bit lighter than this. But I think that you'll have rain Sunday night and Monday morning, and then on the backside there will be a changeover to snow, especially for western, central, and northern Arkansas. There will be a changeover to some snow, and I would doubt if there was a brief changeover for eastern Arkansas and maybe some sections of southern Arkansas. As far as accumulations are concerned, it's Friday. That's way too early to tell at this point in time, but I'm not going to doubt some light accumulations across the state. I'm not going to say that that would be impossible. We'll fine-tune that forecast as we get through the weekend. Have a great rest of your day, everybody.